Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Sunday the 18th of February 2024 and this is Flosstube number 90. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts and I also talk about the walks and travels I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. It's been a very long 2 weeks. Talk about it later, but yeah. Okay, so let's get going. I've got a bit to show you today. Yeah, not as much stitching as I would have liked to show you, but I've got a bit to show you. And also some crochet, and I've got a walk to talk about. So let's get going. So I've got a new start, and it's Valentine Bird by Heart in Hand. I'm stitching this as part of Letters of the Month. And this is the second one I've started for February. I've not finished stitching on it yet. I've only got a tiny start on it, to be honest, and it's that. This is, I think it's 32 count vintage country mocha, and that's my tiny start on Valentine Bird. Need to do a total of 6 hours. I think that's about an hour's worth. Yeah. Right, whips. My first whip, as always, is my Dragon Field Note. It's called Dragon Field Note by UnconventionalXStitch, Unconventional Cross Stitch, artwork by Hope Christopherson. I've had so many comments about this since I mentioned about it being a Marmite piece last week. So many people saying how much they love it, so thank you so much. I love it, so I'll stitch on it. So again, I'll come up close. So there he is. I've nearly got a page finish on that bottom page there. We've got some words or bits of words there in that page. The face is almost done. And yeah, so that's my dragon. There he is in all his glory. Very confetti heavy, the bit of the dragon that you can on that page. So yeah, there's been a couple of days I've only just managed to get my 120 stitches target in. So yeah, hopefully the next page should be easier. It should just be words on the next page. My next one is Daisy Offerings by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Sandra Cook. Stitching this as part of a year of full coverage with coffee stitches on Zoom. I stitch at least 50 stitches a day, including if I'm not stitching on it, like I didn't stitch on it yesterday, so I've done 100 stitches today, and that is my progress. It's not too far off a page finish. Obviously these pages take a lot longer than the pages on the dragon, because it is full coverage, totally full coverage. But yeah, I've only got this edging to do up here on this for this page, and then it's a page finish. As you can see, it's like an edging on the design. So yeah, may get onto the next page next week. My next one is And Be Kind to One Another by Needlework Press. Stitching this, it started off as a stitch along with the Steadfast Stitcher and Stitchy Sally and a couple of other people. I'll put links down below to those who started in the stitch along. I know Beth the Steadfast Stitcher is about as far along as me. But yeah, I've folded it, so hopefully it'll stay like this. But yeah, that's my progress. So this time I've done this top row, and I have made a mistake. It's one stitch too close to the row below, but I've only just noticed, and yeah, it's staying like that. It's not too bad. And then I've done this little bit here, and then I started on the bottom row of the next alphabet. I do have a couple more numbers to put in there, but I've stitched on it as much as I need to stitch on it this month, and that's my progress. This is 32 count vintage country mocha. I've not written it down, so I'm assuming that's what it is. So yeah, that's that one. I do love stitching on it, but yeah, just stitch on it a bit now and again. And then my next one is Vintage Christmas by Cottage Garden Country Cottage Needleworks. And that is what I've got done on there. So I've done this here, and then I've done the word Christmas, and I've done a bit of the back, the lines around the design. I'll hopefully have been putting pictures of what they look like before, so you can see where we got up to. So yeah, I'm not sure what this fabric is. I'll try and find out and put it on the screen. My next one is United in Love, and this is the design. It was in Cross Stitch Collection issue 146. I don't know when it's from, July 2007. So yeah, it's this design. It was an old whip. I think I started stitching it thinking I'd do it for somebody's wedding, and then yeah, I just didn't do it. I didn't finish it. And this is my progress. So I've managed to stitch the outline of the wheel and the spokes. I've got some of the green here, and then I've done a little bit up here as well. So yeah, this is just some Aida. I'm not sure what colour. It looks like a creamy sandy colour, so I don't know, I'm not sure. I started it a long time ago, probably in 2007, but yeah, there we go. And then my next one is Holly Lane by Derwentwater Designs, who are now owned by Bothy Threads. This is my calendar style piece for Coffee Stitches on Zoom, where you split it into 12 pieces and do a piece each month. So I've done from, there's a red line on that window, so everything on this side I've done for this month. So I've not finished it yet, I'll just do a bit now and again. So yeah, that's Holly Lane by Derwentwater Designs. This fabric is 14 count Aida that came with the kit, and I'm stitching using all the kit threads. There we go. And then the next one is Olga. I only stitched on this yesterday. I've not finished. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, Olga's by Plum Street Samplers. And I'm stitching this on 32 count flax linen. Let's do that so you can see it. Now, yeah, I was at the Yorkshire Stitchers Retreats Stitch Laugh Learn session yesterday, which I'll talk about later, and all I did was Q, E and C. I just did those 3 letters. Oh, and then I also did this. There's a bit of white there, antique lace, and then I did this column here. So yeah, so that's all I've done on that. And then I think I just knocked the microphone, I'm sorry. The next one is Halloween Sampler. Again, I only stitched on it yesterday, so both of these two I need to do more on, but I'm showing them because I have done a little bit on them. So Halloween Sampler is by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm using all the cold 4 threads, and this is being stitched on 32 count vintage grey Belfast linen, and that is my progress. All I've done is the letter N. I'll just hold it there for a second. Let's fold that in. No, this side. Oh dear, still not got used to this camera being the other way. Right, so where are we? That way. Right, so all I did yesterday was that letter N there, and the number of times I had to unpick it, frog it, because I'd done it wrong, and then I redid it wrong because I was busy talking. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing more, but all I've done so far is the letter N. So yeah, there we go. That's Halloween Sampler, and that is all my cross stitch whips. As I said, I've not stitched anywhere near as much as I'd have liked to in the last couple of weeks. I'll explain reasons later on, but yeah. Right, I've got some knitting and no, I've not got any knitting. I've got crochet to show you. Oops, two different lots of crochet. The first one is my Secret Paths shawl, which is this. The pattern's on Ravelry. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. I have crocheted it a couple of times. I'm using this Signet boho yarn, which is very colourful. And let's get the thread out of the way. That is my progress. So yeah, it's very, very colourful, which is what I like in the cold winter months. So yeah, I'm doing that. I've only done a few rows on it, but yeah, it's going on nicely. So yeah, that's Secret Paths. It's by Mijo Crochet. It's on Ravelry, so the link will be down below. The other crochet I've done is some of my Nature's Walk blanket. So as I've said, there's 6 different squares, and you have to do eight each of the 6 different squares. And I was getting a bit fed up doing the same square over and over. So what I've started doing is doing one of each square, and then go back to the beginning and do them again. So I've done this square. This is called Buds, I think. Let's get my, so you can see it. There we go. So it's called Buds. It's got popcorn stitch on it. So that's one. So I've done one of those. This colour is pomegranate. Stylecraft Special double knit. And then I've started, but not finished. I've been showing a lot of people how to crochet and how to knit at the library, so I don't get much chance to do my own thing. This one, and I don't know how I've managed to get where the back's at the front. I've obviously, when I've been showing somebody something, I've obviously twisted it somewhere. But this is called Leaves, and I don't know if you can see, you're getting like a leaf pattern there, and then there's one at each side. But yeah, I'll show this again on my next video, and then you'll be able to see the leaves properly. But yeah, this shade is Sunshine, and it's Stylecraft Special double knit. Really nice yellow, that. Yeah, bright yellow. Yeah, lovely colour. So yeah, so that's my crochet over the past 2 weeks. I'll not put it on there because then I can't see my notes. Right. Giveaway. I do have a giveaway, and I've got this chart. It's a shepherd's bush, and it's called Earth Song. So if you'd like this, please say the word song. It doesn't have to be in a sentence. It just needs to be in your comment before the 2nd of March. My next video will be on the 2nd or 3rd of March, and I'll draw the winner for that. So please say the word song, and I'll draw it in time for my next video. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address. Please don't say the word draw, giveaway, win, anything like that that tells people I'm giving something away. And it's a one-off thing. If it doesn't arrive, I'm sorry. There's not much I can do about it. I also, if you didn't see my last video, I have a Happy Mail giveaway form down below in the description box, where you can give me your information for any giveaway wins that you might get, or if I do a random act of kindness. It does have a couple of questions. There are only a few that are compulsory that you need to answer to submit it. But yeah, please feel free to fill it in. Okay, so yesterday, as I mentioned, I was at the Yorkshire Stitching Retreat Stitch Laugh Learn Day at Rastrick, which is over near Huddersfield in Yorkshire. It was a lovely day. Met up with a few people that I already know. Said hello to a couple of people that I knew of through being friends on Facebook, but we'd never actually met. So that was nice. So yeah, that was another good day. I'm going to be going on the next one next month. I think it's flower arranging next month, the learn bit. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And then last Saturday, I went down to the Cheshire Stitchers stitching day in Helsby. It's not far. Well, the meetup's in a pub which isn't far from the Chester services on the M56. If you know the area at all, it was really easy to get to. So yeah, that was nice. That was in a pub, and yeah, again I met a couple of people who I knew of but hadn't seen them before in person. So yeah, 2 brilliant stitching days. I'm really enjoying going for these stitching days. It's getting me out of the house and I'm meeting up with people on a regular basis. So yeah, next Saturday I'm going to Newcastle / Gateshead. It's sort of in between. I'm going to the North East Stitchers retreat. It's Saturday and Sunday, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I went last October, I think it was. So yeah, I know what to expect. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and then it'll be back to then it's the Yorkshire Stitchers retreat 2 weeks after that. So yeah, it's going to be a busy few weeks. What else am I doing? Oh yeah, my walk. I've been on one walk in the last 2 weeks. I went on a wellness walk, becoming very popular at the minute in England especially. Wellness walks for your mental health and things. This was a 5-mile walk from Abbey Village, which isn't too far up the road. It was a really nice walk. It was a fine day. It was overcast, but it wasn't too cold. It didn't rain. So yeah, it was perfect walking weather. But yeah, I'll put a little slideshow at the end of the pictures I did take. But yeah, I was diagnosed last week with osteoarthritis in both of my feet. I'd gone to the doctors because my foot has been seriously painful when I walk. I mean, if I go over 2 or 3 miles, it's hurting, it's clawing, my foot's trying to claw up, and it's just been horrendous, which is why really I've not been walking as much as I normally do. The last walk I went on before this one, I was in agony by the time I got back to my car. So I'd gone to the doctors, because when it first started, like over a year ago, I just thought it was a trapped nerve in my foot, but it's been getting worse, and yeah, it's just got where it's seriously painful now. And for a day or so after I've been on the walk, my foot's really sore and swollen, and it's just been horrendous. And then it's been generally stiff anyway, and it hurts other times as well. And I went to the doctors, and he said sounds like it's arthritis, and sent me for an x-ray, and he told me to use ibuprofen gel and take paracetamol for the pain, which helps generally, but if I try walking more than 2 or 3 miles, it doesn't help at all. It still hurts. So anyway, I got the results the other day, and apparently I've got it in both feet. So I've got an appointment with the doctor in 2 weeks' time to discuss options, but what I've heard, the doctor who I saw originally, he said there isn't much really they can do for your feet. It's just lifestyle changes and pain relief. So that's basically had a knock-on effect on my mental health. I've felt down. Basically it's looking like I'm gonna have to stop doing as much walking, or the long distance walking. So yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what the doctor says. Like a few people have suggested swimming, so I'm gonna give that a go, see what happens with that. But I think basically I'm just gonna have to do shorter walks more often. see how it goes. So yeah, so I'm not impressed. I've really enjoyed walking, and yeah, to really struggle to walk has been a nightmare, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's my walking. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. I'll also say that I'm supposed to be having my BCC removed from my nose in just over a week's time. So my next video I may have stitches on my face, but yeah, I'm still gonna probably do it because it'll be the weekend after I have it done. So the swelling should have gone down. If there's a problem, I'll put a message on and film later. But yeah, okay. So now we've got that out of the way, I've got some shout outs. I want to shout out Cheshire Stitcher, Lindsay, and Emma's Stitches, which is Emma, both of which were at the Yorkshire Stitching Day yesterday. Lindsay was also at the Cheshire Stitchers last week, so yeah, so please give them a look. I also want to shout out the Vintage Stitcher, who I know she had a really upsetting comment on one of her videos, and she put a little video out to say about it. I've not had that issue. I've had people say things that, yeah, you know, like about my dragon or whatever, but I've never ever had a really negative comment. And I know that if I had a comment like she had, you wouldn't see me again. My mental health just wouldn't cope with it. I wouldn't be able to sit here and film. We need to remember that we're all people, and we sit here and do this to incentivize. I do it to incentivize myself to stitch, and also to you know, to help people, enable people, and I know it's done a lot for me in the past couple of years. But yeah, there's no need for comments like what she got, and if you feel in such a way, just don't watch anymore. You know, there's no need for it. No need at all. It's these keyboard warriors. There's no way they'd say it to your face. So just don't do it. Just think how that person's going to feel when you get a comment like that. So I'm going to G up Vintage Stitcher. You're doing a brilliant job. So yeah, there's no need for it. I also want to give a shout out to someone who's not actually a cross stitcher, but they do YouTube videos. This is the mother of a friend of mine. She started doing videos as Granny's Scottish Kitchen. She basically shows how to cook different things. She does a lot of traditional Scottish recipes, as well as other things like scones, soup, cheesecake, different recipes. So yeah, so please go and have a look at what she does. Give her some love, subscribe to her channel or whatever. Yeah, I keep watching the videos, and yeah, she's doing a really good job. So yeah, so there are my shout outs. I think, as I said, a quick video today, not that long. But yeah, so please take care of yourselves, those you love. Be kind always, not just to FLOSSTUBERS, but anybody, everybody. And yeah, take care. Happy stitching. Bye for now.